I really like this draft going into game 3. We had a very one-sided game 1, very back and forth game number 2. I hope we get a continuation of that.
I'm going to be watching this mid lane matchup. You highlighted it perfectly, Mazel. It's going to be important as we see.
One. Here. Yeah, they're trying to get the early summoner spell usage. Double cleanse used out, getting low care. Maybe looking for the flash. Misses, but the charm, no! He flashed into the charm! There's no damn way! As that's a big play going back and forth now. Trade 1 for 1. I'm going to need a slow-mo replay of that one. That is absolute insanity. As now Care getting ran down by BLG 2. That mid lane matchup, it might be a little bit wonky now as Knight picks that one up. He said about proactivity, about activity from these junglers. Now he's going to be spotted coming in. Sheer needs to try to run away. Going to use the wall. Going to try to get through this one, but the CC chain is there. And BLG, the top duo, is going to end up coming in with a big kill. Daquan was actually following through. The Shear's now got Bin behind him. He's still not level 6 yet, man. Oh, no. Bin's almost taking the turret, and now Bechuan taking the warmed-up turret, and Sheer. Maybe he'll turn this back. Bechuan flashes out of desperation, and Bin now in a lot of trouble, too. The Maiden makes the difference. Bin is going down. No, the slice and dice. He dodges out as well, and Bin is still alive.
Or the grub spawn because they're afraid of a full collapse with it being the only objective. To take, the moment those grubs spawn, if you want to take that trade, it becomes a lot safer to be able to make that decision, and especially with only 3 grubs now. And the changes to grubs and the effects that you get from them, I can definitely see it being a little bit more valued, but we see BLG continuing to stay aggressive onto Sheer.
On really wishes he was level 6 here. He's still so far away from it. Now Sheer under turret, and the flash hostile takeover. Dway has level 6 and makes the difference, playing onto On. He will end up falling. Knight TP's in as well. That'd be more resources burned by BLG to try to save something. Chaos Storm gonna be unleashed there. But this whole time, bot lane play coming through from Care. The handshake, beautifully done from Dway.
Dissuade that and be able to pick up the kill. It's been really excellent about these timers throughout the entire split. It will be that first turret going over to BLG, so they'll get that for their troubles. Yes, awesome now in the mid lane, taking quite a bit of damage. It looks like it will be traded for bot tier 1 as well. A pretty standard trade that we see, but actually maybe not with that teleport. So they're able to salvage it full of times, but with those objectives spawning later, no objective up to take. You don't want to force the issue. That being said,
they're surrounded.
Never count BLG out.
Glacial Prison, wall bang, double knockup. Look at the combo. Both of them tattered as Elk does take the turret shot. Has to burn the flash, but BLG 2 quick kills in mid lane and a punish over FPX. But that should just be the back completed by Shadow and FPX. Shadow's gonna delay a little bit. Maybe going over to contest, but that dragon will just go the way of BLG.
This is still really bad for Sheer. This is a really bad game state overall for Yorick. You're right in that Yorick will still be relevant throughout a lot of this game, but they have definitely made it a priority to make sure this Yorick is on the back burner. Definitely looking a little bit worse for wear. That being said, they're certainly not out of it. I said I like their draft for a reason, but be a big turn here.
All right, handshake out. The Rift Herald did get taken. Shadow will have an exit, but the Spirit Rush had to be used on the counter of the Glacial Prison. It's just testing his health bar. Bin's about to test the health bars of FPX, though. They want the angle. On misses everything. It's going to walk in and die. Okay. Well, that was a play of all time from On. And Bin will have to back away. Bechuan will have to back away as well. And BLG at least make it out only losing 1, but the Rift Herald's coming up, and they're looking to charge it right down mid lane.
There should be mid tower going down. There's really no way to protect from this.
The
be very careful here.
Double CC from the gravity field. They will end up getting the charge on the turret. The turret will fall, so no more defensive structure on the out or mid in BLG. They will take the Rift Herald down before it gets another charge.
They were ever actually going to be able to punish that Renekton, and they're basically just giving over their bot lane tier 2 for free. No real concern or care, pun intended, on that. And we see Care in the picture-in-picture here. We'll see if they want to go for it, though. Ultimates are available.
They used the Hex. Sheer. Okay, well, Sheer got baited, and even with his maiden standing at his side, it will not be enough to stop BLG as they take him down. Now they just turn back onto the dragon here, and Sheer was the one that ended up being the caught out before the dragon started, and so second dragon for BLG. Atacon did spawn on bot side. I love it because Shadow's being a little bit aggressive going for the Krug before he backs, but this whole setup has led to Elk taking a mid-tier 2. Oh, just take the turret, get the flash out, reset not there because he didn't get the last hit on the explosive charge. And that means Elk will go top side potentially or just try to back off as the turret did fall. Now Shadow with this Omega flank that he was on this entire time somehow finds on double Cyclone and the kill goes to Joy. He stepped up and took it. 2 kills for the carry Renata. And I think we saw really good play from Awesome when he had that kind of reset comp focus for the Jinx in last game, but now on Tristana a little bit different, a little bit more scaly as well, trying to get to that point. They can't contest BLG over the Atacon, so the Thornbound Atacon will go their way. They'll get that extra oomph.
Piece of the game down and understanding that they don't need to force everything, that's when things started to go a bit better for them. See if the same can happen here.
And you can pop people pretty easily, and if you're new to the Thornbound Atacon, as now they're going to try to make the play. FPX feel like it's the time. They feel like Shadow might be able to find an angle with Care going in deep. Has to Spirit Rush away 2 times, still has 1. They go on to the other fight though. Big hostile takeover dodged out from everybody as they still do get on in the end. The Maiden doing some work here, and Awesome was potentially looking for an angle. FPX as they are getting their own push on a tier 2 at bot side.
Yeah, I'm okay with this trade. If I'm FPX, gold is gold, and the later you go here, the better. Especially with Dragon spawning in about 25 seconds, having that control over the bottom side could be really positive. Knight's teleport is not available, and so that is definitely something to keep in mind. We have pings coming down.
To hold on, they need to buy more time for themselves. And unfortunately, that timer will be about 5 minutes as Soul Point secured by BLG. Gonna get out potentially on the spot side. He did step up, and now coming around the corner. Now Elk has a lot of damage. He's gonna try to fight his way out of this one, but the health shred is still there. And now the Executioner means the healing is nowhere to be seen, and Ben gets the pick on a shear.
Yeah, it's a really nice play. FPX is too distracted to try to make a play, but they're gonna try to counter.
They want to try to get Beituan down as well. He can't go over the wall. He's gonna give resets over to Awesome. Is gonna give the kill there too. As the explosive charge goes down, Chaos Storm has been used on, finds that big separation, and nowhere even close is going to be the extra help from Shadow as Baron goes down to BLG. Shadow gets no response, and now that Baron will empower BLG to push down this mid lane, get Prio to go over to this Dragon. Engage coming through from Beituan. Flashbang from Care. Care tries to go for the hero play. Elk is going to burst. Elk goes down. Awesome gets the resets. FPX, they might find it. Awesome, this is your moment. This is your time. As resets also coming through from Care. Ben going to be spaced out of. Awesome, can't find any more angles. FPX, they fight their way through. Yeah, and there's not really contesting. Knight does so much damage already. They're running here. Maybe they make it in time. No jungler. I don't care. 50-50 the old school way. And BLG have pulled off of it. And now they're going to move back in. Who's going to get it? This is up for grabs. Ben gets hand shook out. It's going to be taken by Awesome. Here comes Sheer with the TP. Shadows here now. BLG, they've overextended. They don't have the rest of their team. This is a 5v3, but Elk finds Care. He's trying to get him. The bailout's there. The charm doesn't connect and Care will fall. Now the resets coming through. Elk looking for his angle. Beituan taking advantage of FPX and BLG. They find the turn. They find the fight. Elk has a triple kill as well. The final kill will come through and BLG will rally around Elk and find the game-winning fight.
The killer instinct from the killer AD carry with Elk absolutely destroying the backline of FPX. It looked like it was such a great situation. They got in, they were able to get the Dragon, but they didn't account for the Kai'Sa. She dives the backline and FPX is torn to shreds. Their series is over.
There's a B in BLG, there's a B in Beituan. Maybe it's just the miracle, maybe it's just magic. Coming in, they fight a 2-win streak. They make good on the loss that they just faced against FPX on Monday.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.